When working on the second part of the walk cycle project, you have to insert a walk cycle 3 different times in 3 different ways. So you might not want them to look the same each time. If you choose to leave them looking the same, that's fine. But if you would prefer to make changes, it's very simple. First of all, you have to go to your library. In the library, you see the parts of your actual walk cycle, and you see the actual symbol, which is the Swift file. We want to duplicate that Swift file. So we're going to right click and duplicate it. And we will simply give it a different name. We could call it Walk Cycle 2. Or you could name it for the color, whatever. It is animated, so we want to keep it as a movie clip and click OK. All right, so we have Walk Cycle 1 and we have Walk Cycle 2. We can double click on the new one. Right now they both look the same. They're both the little gray person with blue pants. Let's click on the new one, double click, and we're going into the edit mode. It's called symbol edit mode. So if you look up here in the top left of your stage, you see scene, which is the normal place we build our animations in the timeline, and you see the walk cycle 2. So we are in the timeline for the walk cycle now. Let me just demonstrate that. Let's go back. This is the normal timeline where you're building your full animation. It's scene 1. But we can double click the symbol, this new symbol, and go in and edit what it looks like. And when we're done, we simply click back out. What you notice here is this walk cycle has been flattened. It doesn't have all those individual layers of the original file. It's flattened. So there are 8 frames that you have to make changes to if you want to make it look different. But as you notice, as I'm clicking through these keyframes, the boxes around all these different sections, that means these parts are grouped. They're objects, and we have to break them apart so we can edit them. Right now these are all solid, and we need to see a dither pattern or the little speckles. That means it's editable. So what we're going to do is right click and break it apart. Now because we have 8 frames to do, we might want to look at the shortcuts. We don't have to keep right clicking and finding break apart. This symbol is Command, and it's B. Command B breaks apart. Okay, now it didn't break everything apart, so that means we'd have to right click and break apart again. Now it's all ready to be edited. Let's see the next one. Let's try the shortcut. Command B, it's done. Command B, done. Command B, and of course yours will perhaps break apart all in one motion. Maybe it won't need to be broken apart at all, or maybe you'll have to break yours apart 2 times or 3 times. Either way, not a big deal. Command B. Okay, so all of these frames are now prepared to be edited. I have to decide what do I want to do. I'm just, for demonstration purposes, going to adjust the color. I'm going to use this brown color in the pants. So I'm simply going to get my bucket and click and change the color. Now, right now, by clicking on frame 2, everything is selected. So I have to deselect so that I can now get my bucket and click to add the brown color. So I go to frame 3. It's all selected. Now, you might have noticed I went to the selection tool and then clicked to deselect. You could use shortcuts here as well. So let me just edit this real quick. Let's go to 4. The shortcut for the selection tool is V. So I'm just pressing V and clicking on the desktop. Saves me that motion of having to move over. And now I'm going to simply use the shortcut to select the bucket. The shortcut is K. And you'll notice when you hover, you see those shortcuts, K. Okay, so K. And now I can just click, and I've added color. So I'm going to keyframe 5, pressing V, the shortcut for selection, clicking, selecting K, And shortcuts make life so much more easy and streamlined. I press the shortcut V, I click, shortcut K, and I fill with color. Next keyframe, shortcut V, click to deselect, shortcut K for the bucket, fill it, and there's only one frame left. Shortcut V, deselect, shortcut K, click, and look at that. Pants are all changed. And I think I'm going to change the color of the head as well. We have a gray person already with blue pants. Let's, what color do we want to do this time? Let's have a green person. What do you say? Okay. So I am simply clicking inside the head. Again, keyframe 2, shortcut V, click, deselect, shortcut K, click with the bucket. Okay, shortcut V, click to deselect, shortcut K, and click. Okay, shortcut V, click to deselect, shortcut K, and very quickly I am going to simply finish this, and we're going to have two completely different walk cycles to work with in this animation. One frame left to go. Okay, and now we have the green and brown character, and we have the blue and gray character. Let's exit the symbol edit mode. We're back in the normal scene. So now we still have our blue and gray character walking through. Let's add a new layer. We'll call this one walk 2. And let's drag our green and brown out. And what is happening? Click and drag. We'll use transform to just flip the other direction. Maybe we'll shrink them down just a tiny bit. Actually, maybe we'll do a lot. And we'll have them climb that mountain again. So we're going to put a motion tween in here. And we'll go to the last frame and place our character up here. And let's see what we have. Command return. We have the blue and gray, and we have the green and brown. It's just a few extra steps to customize each walk cycle. It gives you an opportunity to have different characters without having to create the whole cycle of walking over again.